How we all doing tonight? It's time for us to continue some more Metroid Prime, but this time around we're probably going to end up finishing our adventure, because when we left off last time we just got ourselves the scan visor. So when you look at the story progression wise, that is what, 80% through, something like that. We got a lot done last time around, almost a good chunk of the game actually. So this time around my goal is to, well, finish the main campaign stuff, but we're going to do our very best to also get every single thing done. So we gotta get, what is it, like 42% of the items and then 15% of the scans. It's not that much on scans, but it's a lot more of items. I have a list of all the scans that we have remaining, so I know if I miss the specific one, I know where to go for it. And then also I have me some maps open in case I forget where an item is, but hopefully I won't have to deal with that. We'll see how that one goes, but for now, let's go ahead and jump into the game for tonight. As that's loading up, let me just make sure some stuff here is all good to go. Because some stuff actually updated in between the last stream and now, so I have a little more functionality when it comes to like some stuff on Discord, for example, and that's gonna be nice. But we're gonna try that out. Also, I don't know how my audio is gonna sound tonight because I tweaked some settings and things might sound a little different, but I'm trying to normalize the volume because I noticed during the Wind Waker stuff when I was getting loud in certain sections, it was a little too much, so I put back on a compressor and I'm playing with the settings to see how it's gonna sound. I don't want it to be too aggressive where it just makes my voice sound very unnatural, but I also want to push down some of those highs a little bit more so it doesn't blow out people's eardrums. Because my dynamic range of my voice is all over the place. I've known that for years. Actually, let me turn up my headphones a little bit more. I'm going to say about 70% on the dial. Alright, so since last time we got ourselves the scan visor, I want to make my way to, I was going to say Vendrana. We're going to go there eventually. Magmore Caverns. I need to go back to Magmore Caverns as there are things there that I need to do. Besides just to clean up stuff, I need to go there when it comes to getting my next and final beam. But I'm also going to make my way back over through Chozo, because at this point I can do a good chunk of the stuff in Chozo Ruins. Not everything. So I'll use this time to kind of get some of the remaining items that are here in the area, but not fully clean it out yet. I'll use it as my path to get to Magmore. Over here, I can probably do something right away. I can aim up. Yeah, I can probably hit that, but not from here. I know this is the wrong way, but this is my way. It works. Sometimes. I'll just go the anyway. Doesn't matter. Why does it sound like that guy is shooting more than crawling? That was weird. There you go. You're not supposed to be able to do this, but nothing stops you. I don't think I can go the back way here, though. I think if I got too far, then there's something here that blocks me. Yeah, there's that, obviously. So you can see the Chozo Ghost spawn in that room. Spoiler, so our Chozo Ghost up ahead. But now I don't have to come this way. I can go the other way if I wanted. So once I'm done in that room with the ghosts, I can just leave. I just want to see if I can go through the back way, because honestly, this is not a good idea at all. I'm just curious. Alright, let's go get the stuff over in this quadrant. Because I passed up on Wave Buster here before, which is really important. And I just decided, who needs that? I'm not here. I'm not here. Works every time. How many missiles was that again? I think they changed it for hard mode. That's probably why. I think it's like 3 to 4 normally. Yeah, I think this is different for hard mode. I'm gonna use up a lot of my missiles. So it's 6 normals or 1 super missile, which is 5 missiles. So just do a super missile. Look at that damage ratio. That just doesn't make any sense to use normal missiles anymore. Alright, there you go, that's it. Because now I'm in range for the Wave Buster. There it is. This would have really helped fighting the boss that guarded power bombs because almost died there, but it's fine. Honestly, in a way, I'm kind of glad I skipped this to get to that boss battle just because I never fought the thing without Wave Buster before, so it was an experience. Not one I would like to repeat, but it was an experience. Now this was the reason why I was waiting to come here though. Chozo artifact, but this one I needed gravity suit for, so I figured let's just wait until I have the suit. 2 birds, 1 stone. Now that's done. Get it, bird, Chozo, bird people? It's so funny. I got this door's normal one way and wave on the other side. Like, why? It's just, to me, that feels like a very weird decision. To make doors like one way, specific beam. Let's make sure I got the missile. I should have. Yeah, there's no missile in here. And I got the one down below, I know that much. Okay, so everything over on this side of the map should be cleared out, because all I need is more ball and bombs for a lot of it, which we took care of at one point. So let's take care of this section. Excuse me, coming through, power bomb. There you go, that's a lore we needed. But one of the few Chozo lore we don't have. And now for the sneaky missile. This is the one everyone misses. Look at myself, my last run. It's literally hidden behind bushes. There's no visual cue that there is something behind them unless you get up close and personal. Like, I cannot tell from here, but if I walk a little bit closer, you start seeing the seams. Done. Easy. Now I don't need to finish this room's puzzle because I could just come back through the other way. That might actually do. So this one should unlock the way out. Which, that just takes us to the missile pack we cheesed our way through before with Grapple Beam. All of this, on the other hand, gets us to an item in here. The whole reason why we came in the room. Barely have enough time, too, if you unmorph. Kind of a risky thing to do, but better than just jump into it. And give me this, energy tank. That should be... Yep, 2 more remaining. Alright, let's go back to where we came. Don't need to go up here at all, so this room is just going to be a quick pass over. Thank goodness, because there's ghosts in here now. The spooky tree room. Alright, let me go save real quick, because then I can at least take care of that. Always good to save in these kind of games because of the whole checkpoint system being a little archaic still, sadly. I would have loved for them to have modernized the checkpoint system in the remaster. It's just, all my quirks with remaster all just kind of come down to, I just wish they did some quality of life stuff that really only the controls got. And I'm just a little sad that we didn't get more, because after seeing a lot of the quality of life stuff Prime 3 and onward started to do, it just really makes me wish we had it in a game like this, because it would help so much. It doesn't make it unplayable without the quality of life things, but it would just be very helpful to have. Things like the updated map system to tell if you got an item in the area or not. A better checkpoint system, so when you die, you don't just go back to a save point. That is really archaic. But that's pretty much like a lot of the stuff that they could have done. They could have kept everything else the same. It would have been fine. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Make sure you scan those at some point, which were good, because those missile doors are going to go away here soon. There's not many left in the game. Alright, there's 2 missile packs in here. Why I waited until now, because one for me it's Spider for. Spider's so important for this. I got to scan one of those things, right? I should have. Should have been on the way to our very first boss here in Talon. Yeah, last night. Alright, let's get out of here. That's all we needed this area for. So now we can make our way back over to... I'm trying to think what's the fastest way to Agmore. It might actually be through the tree room, because I'm here. There's nothing else in the other section that we need to go through right now, because I'm going to wait until I get Plasma to go back to where the Chozo statue is, since I need that for a Chozo artifact anyways. So while I'm there, I might as well just grab me the last thing that I need from the area, which will be... I think it's a missile pack that I get from a power bomb. So I'll just do that. I'll just wait. I will go through tree room. Thankfully, these guys don't lock the door. I just have to be careful not to get shot from the tree. Hello, goodbye. I'm gonna ignore you. I don't care for you at all, Ghost. Mild inconvenience. I always thought these things on the wall would be scans, but the little, like, I don't know what these would be. I guess, like, Chozo, like, name tags on the doors? Like, they don't have anything at all, scan-wise. They're just kind of there. Alright, so from this point, I can take the elevator to Magmore, and I'm gonna clean out the area at this point, because there's nothing really left at Magmore after we get Plasma Beam that we gotta worry about. And then from there, I can just clean up Phendrana, I think. Because I gotta go there anyways for some stuff. Because the only other upgrade left at this point is gonna be a suit. And that said suit we'll be getting once we get to the mines again. So I'm gonna probably just wait on that. That's our next story beat thing anyways, is going back to the mines once we get the Plasma Beam. So I can wait. It's not mission critical to get the beam and then go for the Phazon suit there. Because honestly, Phazon suit's only really useful in Phazon areas, which for the most part is just the mines. And then like the final area in the game. And even then, the final area in the game has different type of Phazon, so it still hurts you. It kind of like defeats the purpose of having the Phazon suit when they introduce a second type that's just pretty much Phazon but worse. So what was the point in having the Phazon suit not like have damage output or something? I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to word this. It just feels like once you get the Phazon suit and you get the ability to negate the power of like Phazon to your body, you run into a new type, it just pretty much negates the Phazon suit. So what's the point of the Phazon suit? To be fair, the point of the suit is literally just for the ending. That was some airtime. Alright, I don't think I need any scans here. I'm fine. These guys already got. Now, I did miss a thing here, which you needed X-ray for. And I was gonna go for it as early as our very first visit here. But the problem was I just couldn't do anything with it. Because I gotta reach this platform. That is the problem. I can't reach it from down below. So I needed space jump. And then I could just jump up there. These guys are gonna make this really annoying though, so I gotta kill them. Did I get both? Okay, he was standing in midair for a second. Go away, sir. Sure. So you can't stand up here. Oh no, you can. Then you just do this. You don't need the X-ray visor platforms at all, but you do need double jump for that. That's the problem. Once I have double jump, I could have got this. Because a single jump would not make that. So I'm glad I waited, but by the time I can come back to this specific section, I have X-ray anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. Oh my gosh, every time. Thank you. Where is this friend? Hello. Stop moving, friend. I love that comical effect, though. You freeze them in the air and they just stick to the air? That does not make sense. Okay, I do need to go this way, but I can't yet. That portion of Phendrana Drifts, there's a lot of items for us to get, but unfortunately I can't go that way yet because I don't have plasma. So I'm gonna just go for the, I think it's a power bomb in here and a missile pack. No, power bomb and Chozo artifact. We need a power bomb to get to the power bomb. Yeah, it's a Chozo artifact. Then down here, some Bendezium. And then there you go. How many artifacts is that now left? Let's see. Fills that spot in on the top center. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Not bad. And here's our power bomb. Which is convenient to give you this because the room we're going to get dropped out on. Gotta go back one room, and we need a power bomb for it. Yeah, it drops me right next to the door. Good. There's a power bomb this. Fall down, and here is Ice Spreader. This thing is pretty much a more powerful super missile, but I just don't really find the use for this on so many enemies. It's funny, really the only beam power-up I use is supers, but it's the first one you get, so you actually get it when you can use it. Plus, it takes only 5 missiles. Every other beam power takes like 10 missiles or just a multitude of missiles because they're an infinite. As long as you're holding the button, it just uses missiles. So I just rather not spam missiles at that point with like one attack. I rather just spam missiles by spamming missiles. Because early on, missiles are finite. You kind of be careful how many you use, and by the time I have as many as I do now, and you can start spamming them, but half the time it's still just better for you to just use your beam and missile combo instead of just the actual missile combo part. Alright, let's get what we're here for. Let's go ahead and get ourselves the plasma beam. I believe after this, we're done in the area. There's no other collectible I can think of that we have left here. In terms of the enemies, we scanned everything here too, so scan-wise, we're done. Magmore Beach is 100% cleared out after this. Magmore is the smallest area in the game. It has next to nothing in it. Because it was really only designed as this interconnection area between Chozo and Phendrana. And to an extent, Phazon Mines, because we have the one pathway that takes us to the mines. But that's pretty much all this area is. It's just an interconnection area. So, yeah, because of that, it does have a little bit of an empty feeling. It was supposed to have more. It just never came to be. I don't know how long this game was actually in development for. Like, full-on timeline-wise, because Retro was working on another project before they worked on Metroid Prime, and that other project got canceled because of Metroid Prime. They needed to put more resources into it. It was like, I don't remember the name, it was like Raven, I think, something like that. It was a game that was featured on the back of the GameCube's retail box, and it had, like, nothing after that. Like, it had a screenshot and a name, and that's all they got, unfortunately, because by the time they took on Metroid Prime, Retro had to cancel all their other active projects, which they really didn't have many, I think. It was just really one other. But sadly, they had to cancel it because they needed to put all their manpower towards this. And really, Retro's only done Nintendo-based stuff for the most part over the years now. Like, the only series people really know this company's for is Metroid Prime and the Donkey Kong Country Return / Tropical Freeze games. Like, that's it. So that is kind of like a short resume, unfortunately, for a company of this kind of like magnitude. Like, everyone knows Retro Studios when it comes to very minute things now, but they can do pretty much wherever they want because they have that like staying power with Nintendo and that brand recognition. But it just doesn't seem like they really get much of a chance to do much else. I'd like to see that change at some point. That'd be nice. This room is always scary too. One wrong move and you're at the bottom. A little bit easier to with Spring Ball because you can just flick up. Alright, and then Powerbomb this, which that was added in a later printing of Metroid Prime. That was not there in the original GameCube version, but there because of people just using a bunch of geometry to their favor and jumping up here. And that's also a different thing. That's an ice beam door, and originally that was just a normal beam door. So they had to change a lot of stuff about this room, because early days Metroid Prime speedrunning, which happened as early as the game's release, found ways into this area early, and it broke the game majorly. So the devs actually knew about it. It's one of the earliest examples I can think of a dev knowing that their game is being broken in half and releasing different renditions of the game, because this is before patches. But they're releasing updated versions on discs to counteract the cheating. Like nowadays, companies just see that and patch it out within like a week. Going the wrong way. They always do that. I gotta pay attention to this map a little bit better, but it's a tiny map. It's really hard to see where you're going with how the geometry is on a mini-map interface. I know I've said it before, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the map system in the Metroid Prime games. It's more or less just because of how you control it. I think the maps themselves are useful enough because it shows so much of the area on it. I just think its overall, like, structure could have been better, because it's very confusing just looking at a glance and telling where you need to go. It wasn't until Metroid Prime 3 they added an ability to see the items on the map being collected. And even then, you had to kind of go out of your way to do that because it wasn't there by default. You had to go to, I can't remember, it was somewhere in Elysium, I believe, like the second major play in the game. You went there, shot up some research satellites, and then it just scanned areas that you previously explored to give you the items on the map. So it's a thing you couldn't even do out of the box. It was a thing that you had to work your way towards, but at least you had something to check item completion at that point. Kind of wish you had that in the other games when you play that one, because my first like Prime game I really went through and completed all the way was Prime 3. I played Metroid Prime 1 and 2 before 3, but 3 was the first game I actually sat down and 100%ed, because it's honestly the easiest of the 3 Prime games to get item-wise. That's the hardest for scans, because if there's a scan in the game, at least 1 every 10 scans feels like it's missable. So unfortunately for your sake, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time when it comes to 100%ing a game of that caliber. It's just a really bad design when it comes to the missable scans. I didn't mean to fall this far. I only wanted to fall down enough because I pretty much have to go through this whole section again. There's a lot of stuff we need to get here are in very specific rooms, so it's just better to go through the whole back portion of Pendrana. So you guys are just gonna be a problem if I don't take care of you now. And now with this beam, I can just one-shot you. Plasma's so powerful. I just wish you get it so when you do, because getting plasma early on is really busted. It kills so many enemies so easily, but it also just shoots very fast too. Compared to something like the wave and the ice beam, like they shoot pretty slow. Fastest beam is still power beam, but it is chip damage after a while, so it's not the best beam as well to use in a lot of situations. This stalactite's so awkward to hit, because it's like at the tip top of the room. You gotta break your neck to look upwards, it's so bad. And with the original control scheme, that thing is so awkward to aim with because of how high up it is. You just have to sit there and wait like 10 seconds for Samus to look up when you're pointing the camera up. I turn around, and there it is. You can actually get this thing early in the original game, because you could just scan jump over, but the problem is if you get in here without gravity suit, you can't get out. It's just really stupid. I've done it once before, and it is the worst thing. It really is. Actually, let me take the save room. I haven't saved in a little bit. I do hear a storm outside too, so it'll probably be safe to save every once in a while in case something happens. I mean, thankfully the Switch being a portable system, it'll just kick in the battery mode if the power hiccups. I won't lose my progress. But just in case. I am also missing some scans here specifically. So, like, one of the things I want to do is check here, because we still have scan log 85. It's funny. We got a new scan log entry back in Chozo, but it definitely didn't seem like it because nothing changed. But here, it's in Chozo lore. I have a whole list of the stuff we have remaining. And in terms of the thing we missed here, like, there are some of these things that are, like, in this area we're going to be going for. I think this one here. This is one of our last ones we're going to get, because I know exactly where this is. And this scan in particular is at the end of the game section, which we can go to now. We could have gone to as soon as we got double jump, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, missiles. As soon as we got missiles. But I held off, because there's really no reason. And it's like these things here, which I think all of these are... Yeah, 2 of these are in Phendrana, and the other 2 are in the Phazon Mines. So, at this point... Pirate Data, I know exactly where we're going. Or, was that... No, yeah, no, here it is, Pirate Data. I overlooked it. This is the one here we could have got early. This is Phendrana. This is Phendrana. And then this here... That's Phazon. And that's a Phazon. This here... I think I did miss this one. This is in the Chozo Ruin section, but we gotta go back there anyways, doesn't matter. One of these as well. Yeah, another one of these I can get, like, pretty much on our way to the ending. There's 2 of them actually in the exact same room. I missed, oh, another one in that Chozo section. Actually, there's 3 in Crossway I can get. I just did not get these. Pretty much all the Chozo lore is just like 1, maybe 2 rooms, so I don't have to worry about it. And then creatures, pretty much all I'm missing at this point for creatures are ones we have not seen yet, which for the most part are in areas we haven't been to. So, really, I'm not worried too much. Where was this? There's one specifically here I want to see. Hang on. Because this is not missable, I may have to go back to a room, that's all. Let me check world map. Chozo. Wait a minute. Did that? Okay, no, it did go Chozo room. Good. Alright, so where is the Tower of Light room? I think that was the room. Yeah, in here. Oh, I missed the thing in here. Yeah. I thought it... Oh, wait. I think I know why. It's an underwater enemy. So I gotta go back to this room. That's unfortunate. But that's fine. I'll go back. Not the end of the world. Sometimes it just be that way. Let's go ahead and continue at this point, though. Because the things I'm missing here in Phendrana are both in sections we haven't been to. Really, like, we've been in the rooms, kind of? Like, not the part that we need to go to for the scans, but we've been in the room that get on the map. It's this room here. Get out of here. Alright, can I reach those from down below? I might be able to. Which will save me some climbing. Yep, sure enough. That barely works, too. Alright, this should be the... Yep, this is the wall I'm thinking of. This wall here, you cannot scan. Like, this is mean. Nothing. You cannot scan this at all. You need to use power bombs on this wall. And the only way you would know it is to use X-ray visor and just put down a power bomb. It's really cryptic. The only time in the game I think they really do something that mean, because I think all other power bomb walls, I have like a scan thing on it saying Bendezium. So you know it could be shot with a power bomb. And this one is required to beat the game, so thanks. I'm trying to think, actually, where is this? Research Lab 8th. Did I miss something in the pirate? Oh my gosh, I did. I gotta go back to this room. What did I miss in that room? I'm trying to think, what in there I didn't scan? I must not have scanned a certain terminal. I have no idea which one, but we'll go back there on the way out of this area, it's fine. Why have a thing open telling me the locations of each scans? Because I would not know otherwise. Hey Amber, how you doing? Yeah, these things are not scan lore things. It's just, here's some extra world building, but that doesn't count towards your log. You would think these things would. If this was a later Prime game, they would. All right, let's go down. We're done here now. I cannot see. All right. Yeah, that's understandable. Kind of the same in a lot of ways, but other than that, I'm good as well. Comms are open, by the way, whenever you guys wind up, just join in. Wait a minute. Get this ready. The advantage of having Wave Buster. Goodbye, sir. Just look how many missiles it uses, though. That used up 30 missiles. Good God. Okay, that was a little close to me falling off, but that's fine. And that's it. That's all I needed to be here for. It's just those specific items. All right, let's clean up Phendrana while we're here. Just get it all done. Also, since you're in the stream to listen, how does the audio sound at Curiosity Amber? Because I did tweak some stuff, as I said in the beginning of the stream. I had to put back on a different filter, making sure it doesn't push my voice down a little too much and color it by too much. It should be fine. But I'm just trying something different so I don't like overdrive people's ears. Sounds good. Okay. Ah! Okay, that's a moment where the compressor's gonna kick in. All right, well, now how did it sound? God. I swear, I mean, that was realistic. Ice physics slipping. Even though this game doesn't have it, it felt like it did. Ay. Okay, so according to my scans, all missing here for Phendrana are these just two things. I gotta take a quick pit stop back in this area. A little unfortunate, but it's fine. I have Wave Buster now, so I don't have to worry about those robots. Okay, good, still sound fine. I'm always worried when I use the compressor that it colors my audio too much. And for those of you who don't know what that means, coloring audio just means when you apply very specific effects, then it starts changing the sounds. So it doesn't sound the same as if it would without running a very specific setup or plug-in chain. So you add too many things and it starts making things sound unnatural. That's what coloring the audio can mean. Alright, this is it. This is the room I'm missing two things. It's funny, I had no need to come back here ever again, and then I missed 2 scans, so about that. Let me clear out the room first, and then I can look at the scans. It's some terminal. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Where'd he go? Oh, okay. I was like, where'd you go? I missed 2 scans in this room, yeah. There were 2 pirate data scans I didn't get here. I must have thought I already got them, but the pirates distracted me. It happens. Oh yeah, here's one. A little bit harder to see the scans now, though, because it's dark. Did it freeze it? Okay, we're good. Where's the next one? I got this one, and that's not even a scan anyways. Oh, here it is. I didn't get this. Yeah, 87, so that put me up 2%. Those are the ones I was missing. Then I could check. It should be under pirate data. So it is Metroid Studies and Phazon and Fusion. Well, there's Phazon and Fusion. Metroid Studies, there you go. So the other two I need to get for pirate data are in the Phazon mines. We haven't been here yet. And the last one is Artifact Site and Talon, which will go there as we're getting near the end. But yeah, no, the only scans I'm missing per se, when I say missing scan, I don't mean the missables, because I have a whole list. I have a decent chunk of like pirate data or Chozo lore to get. All the ones I'm missing for the most part in Chozo lore have been in like one room, apparently. But I'm going back there anyways here in a little bit. Once we get the like final thing taken care of, I'll be going back there for the last round of cleanup. I can share my list too when he gets in here. Kind of like I did last time. Oh god. Alright, thankfully all I needed to do is go in there for 2 scans and very close to get a room, so that only took 5 minutes. No, beam. The right beam. Get out of here. You know what? Actually thinking about it, let's get out of here proper. Let's actually just go get the suit now. I was thinking of just clearing out this area while we're here, but the problem I have is to get back to the Phazon Mines is gonna be a trip. So it'd be easier for me now just to go through the other pathway here in Magmore to Phazon Mines. It's right on the beaten path, and then when we're done, we'll be put out towards the Phazon Mines entrance that takes us back to Talon, which I can use that to go back over into Chozo and get the stuff there, and then I can pop back into Phendrana. It's definitely like a weird zigzag. Unfortunately, there's no way to really avoid that kind of a zigzag at this point, so I kind of just have to deal with it. Alright, let's get out of here. Here's the scan. Here's the scan. Alright, cool. I heard you come in, I just couldn't get to the buttons. How are we doing?
Tired. Came on a little late. Now,
It's fine.
What is this?
So I was only missing like 2 pirate data scans in the pirate lab. It was nothing major.
Okay, so you had to go back and get it real quick.
Yeah, it was nothing really. I can share the list of the scans I have left anyways, because it's not really anything that major. For the most part, the only scans I'm missing are the scans that are either on the beaten path for us now, or just things I overlooked, which are really nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nothing really that big.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Let me just hang on a second here. I'm trying to get the actual link for it, but I think I mistyped it for moments. Okay, that's the right one. So yeah, just check your mail, and then you would have the same keypad I have. I just put you in the share list. But yeah, really all I'm missing now on these scans, I'll be getting along the way. It's not a big problem now. Finally. I know you have a lot of help, but holy crap.
looking on the list right now.
And technically, I just got one with that because it was one of the creatures. The plasma trooper. This is funny how this is the first time we're running into it, and I shouldn't be running into it here. I should be running into it on the way to our like, last major item, but you know, we're here.
Still expansion.
These guys still alive? Oh, they are. They landed next to the phase-on. That's how they survived. Oh, why are you here? You're just kind of chilling the wrong. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why you're here. Put me in the death.
I really like the luminescent look of the phase-on in the remaster.
It's nice.
It looks a lot better in this version. Phase-on mines in general looks a lot better in this game.
Yeah, the bloom effect really helps it.
Yeah, like this is the bloom effect I really like. Alright, so hopefully now we won't have any problems with missable scans.
No, I really shouldn't at this point. I already know all the missables that we ran into we got, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Did you make sure you get the elite fires this time?
I did double check the scans after ending that last session. We're fine. So that one is recorded. Last time, for whatever reason, it did not get recorded, even though I swear I scanned the guy.
Game's like, nah.
Pretty much. How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Doing alright. Don't go back! Why'd I go backwards? I was holding right and you went left.
I guess I shouldn't be asking then.
Yes, how you doing? Backwards.
So what did you do last time? You also said something about fusion. Amber said something about fusion.
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you talking about?
I don't even know what that's referring to. Hello. I love that post. All I was really saying is I just, like, tweaked up my audio a little bit.
Oh.
Talk about my settings I had. I had a compressor, so I'm not too loud. But in terms of the game, really nothing. I just made a list. I make a lot of lists. You learn when you make a bunch of video projects or stream projects like this. Lists are your friend.
Yeah.
Like, flat out. You need stuff like this to keep track of everything. Excuse me, sir. Nice day, huh? Alright, get ready. It's the final one of the game. There he is, the final one.
He scanned already. Thank God.
I think it should be one more super. Get out of the wall, sir. No, one more. You can still scan it when it's dying, you just barely have enough time.
Yeah, you just gotta be quick about it.
Like, real quick. So that's why I don't use Ice Spreader. I wanted to demonstrate it one of the times we can use it. Didn't really do anything to these Ice Pirates. It did a little more damage, but it didn't kill them. I think if it was normal or even easy mode, it should have killed, but not here. Yeah, so that almost took away all my health. Good thing there's a save room right here, am I right?
Yeah, my God.
Nice
Thank
airtime.
God for power bomb room.
You kind of need that, yeah, because power bombs, I swear, they're the hardest resource to find in the Prime games because there's barely any drops. It's
Yeah,
worse,
it's
I think, in
always-
Prime 2, even though they give you more expansions. Like, how does that happen? They found a way. Like, you only start with 2 power bombs in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, if I remember correctly.
Which
But
is
you
really
get,
bad.
Get them a lot. I think you get them a lot sooner in Prime 2 than you do in
You
Prime 3,
do,
if I remember
yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, in Prime 2, you get them, I would like to say 60% through your adventure, while this one is like 75.
Yeah.
It takes much longer. Anyone hungry? I think these Metroids are. Force field disengaged.
What did you do?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Who hit the Metroid disengage button?
It was
You!
Stan.
Oh god! Yeah, Stan the bounty hunter. Samus. Just give her a new nickname.
I mean, like, it was just like, Stan, did you hit the button again? I told you last time. That's how Billy Bob got killed.
Stop
Bob?
doing that! Yeah, Billy Bob is the one space pirate everyone forgets about. So what were you asking for? Billy Bob distracted you.
I was gonna ask, when you started the stream, what did you do?
I really just went back to get some of the items and shows that we can get for now, and then got me the last beam. Nothing really that big.
Okay.
So you need X-ray for this room, but if you know what you're doing, you can brute force this room. Like I could just take the power beam, shoot the floor, and I can see, oh, this is where the platform is, and just kind of ignore X-ray. X-ray is the most useless item in this game, if you know what you're doing. So on the first playthrough, it's amazing. On your like 10th playthrough, you just forget it exists. It's
Yeah.
pretty much Scan Visor from Super Metroid. How'd that get the Bendezium and not the Spider Ball Tractor beyond me?
I don't know. But you need to. You need 2 of them, actually.
Yeah. Although
one right
seeing my
behind
bomb
it.
count, I do have all but one of the Power Bomb expansions at this point, so we're good. Well, Cannonball,
Oops.
get out of the morph ball.
No, you can't make me.
Sometimes I confuse the buttons between B and Y, so my hand's nudging the wrong one. I have no idea why I do that. It gets me killed 90% of the time. So, quick question: who actually uses the spider ball track? Like, legitimately, I feel safer doing that. Ironically enough, 'cause sometimes I just feel I'm gonna fall off setting up the spider.
I do.
I find that safer, but that's just a me thing.
Who really uses this? Me.
It's like, oh,
That's awkward.
well, yes. So about that bloom.
Got the scatter bugs.
Yeah, these are the same things
Furlord.
we found in Magmore.
Magmore. Now we're going into the hard part of Phazon Mines.
Yeah, the part
Where
filled with
it's
face.
dark.
Honestly, the darkness wasn't really that bad in the original, but in this one's a little bit more aggressive.
Remember going through this part as a kid, it always scared the crap out of me. I always hated this part.
Cannonball!
Don't forget, Yeah, there's a missile tank out there. Yeah.
Yeah, they want you to wait on that one, but if you have more than enough E-tanks, just take the phase-on
It's
bath.
like, dude, it's like I don't want to go backtrack all the way over there. Like, I
You
already
will
have
for
to
the
do that.
artifact, though.
I have to for the artifact, but come on, man. I don't want to go all the way back.
Backtracking in my video game?
Backtracking my Metroid special.
Yeah, that's what I already said. Backtracking in my Metroid? No, heavens to Betsy, no.
What is this, a Mercury Steam made game?
I really like Samus
this one.
Returns. I'm sorry. Like I know that it has its fair share of like backtracking issues, but I really like Samus Returns.
Oh, it's a
And I
fine
like
game,
Metroid
yeah.
Prime.
I think the bosses are
Yeah.
the highlight of that game.
Yeah, bosses were fun in that game. But then again, I just like the 3DS a lot. Probably one of my favorite handhelds. I think I remember when I played this on my remastered playthrough of this. I ended up actually getting all 100% before I get to this part of the game.
And that's impressive. I mean, you know everything, like...
When you know
back
everything,
then.
yeah. Like, I took my trip of, like, going to getting, after Plasma Beam, I kind of went to the opposite direction. I went to Vendrana and got all the stuff there, and then I came back to, like, Gozo to pick blast things up, and then I just hit it over there, because I think Talon at that point, I 100%ed at that point.
Yeah, well, Talon's not a hard one to, like, get everything when you keep on going back and forth to it, so I can see how you've done that. I think we have all the items in Talon as well.
How many misses? Yeah, 200?
200. Let's go fix that by filling it up.
By the way, guys, do not mistake this as a save room. I've seen the first time
Yeah,
player doing
the
this.
save room's like 2 rooms ahead at this point, though. So it's not far off.
I've
Too
seen
bad it
people
didn't function
forget.
like a spaceship where it just did both the saving and the recharge.
Yeah, I've seen people accidentally confuse that as save room.
Yeah. This has an enemy we just can't scan, so I'm not worried about this thing. X-ray enemies you can never scan. But it's just a variant of the little, like, pulse enemies.
It's
so it
just
doesn't
the
matter.
pulse boom. It's the pulse bomb move. So it's not,
Yeah,
yeah.
that, but visible.
Did we get Plasma Trooper?
Yeah. Got
Okay, you
Bobby
already got
came in
plasma.
here, yeah. And you guys hit like a truck. Not surprised, Plasma's the strongest beam in the game, so of course you're the strongest of, like, pirate group.
Playing on hard mode, so.
These ones aren't as bad if they have bad aim. I can just hide.
And I really hope we get Metroid Prime 4 before the Switch is done.
Yeah,
I really
mean,
do hope.
we've
'Cause
heard
I really
really
don't want-
nothing about that game since they restarted development. And even before they restarted development, we heard nothing about the game besides a title. So that
Yeah.
game has had a horrible track record for news, sadly.
You know, it's just like, I know everybody's like, oh, we need a Switch too. I was like, I really don't want to buy another console right now. I'm perfectly
Yeah,
fine
honestly,
waiting.
I'll see. I think it's like, it might happen in 2024, I think it's speculation at the earliest. It won't happen until a while's away, based on
Yeah,
that.
don't.
Because if
I don't
anything,
know,
I think
I know
they mean by like the end of the year, 24.
I don't know. I don't really. When everybody's like, oh, we need it. I was like, I don't think
We
need
don't
it.
need it.
Don't.
We just
Yeah, I mean,
want
they're
it.
doing fine enough when it comes to the first party on the system. Third party, you pretty much abandoned the Switch after like 2020 when it came to just porting games directly because they knew we can't do it. Unless we do like a weird workaround thing or a cloud version, we know our games aren't going to run on the platform, so. Third
Yeah.
parties have just been whatever for years with the Switch. Like, again, you really, I know people do it specifically, but you don't buy on the Nintendo system nowadays for third parties only, because you're not going to get them. That's just the sad truth. It's been like that literally since the N64. So it's been this way for like over 20 years.
Third parties want to copy Nintendo all the time. Square Enix.
I know.
Yesterday.
Oh my god. I know. Pretty much human Splatoon. I was not expecting that, and everyone looked at that and they just laughed. It's like, what is this crap? It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. It's Splatoon without the identity is what I heard it being compared to.
It's like,
It's like, what happened?
Is this gonna be another one of those games that it gets abandoned after a year?
Knowing Square, probably.
I wouldn't even give it a year.
Yeah, honestly that too, because Square's really bad about supporting their stuff.
Square didn't do that with Babylon's Fall, so
God,
yeah,
that thing died hard, yeah. Like, it didn't even get a year.
I'm sorry, what game was that again?
Exactly. The coaster. It's the coaster you probably use for your drink right now. Because it literally can only be used as a coaster if you own the physical version. It is that useless.
Live service games don't need killed off like that. That's a good thing, like Splatoon has single player content in it, so you can still get some
still has
use out of it.
Although, the argument has been these like past couple weeks because of the news for Sizzle season. The game structure is just not good anymore. Like, their live service approach to it has been getting worse. And I can kind of agree to that to an extent. The biggest problem I just have is, why are these challenges timed? Why? It's the stupidest idea. They didn't need to be timed.
Oh, speaking of Splatoon,
yeah, play it right
got
now.
I did.
Good.
I got the level 100.
Good. Yeah, because
Got
right
my
now
hat.
the multiplayer is active.
Yeah. I got my hat, so I'm good.
Recorded to logbook.
That counts, by the way.
Yeah, that counts right
Like,
now.
I don't know how they, that scan range works, but it does. Alright, in terms of missable scans, that was one of them. So at this point, missable-wise,
I think the only one
it's
left is
just the
Ridley.
Phazon Elite that's in this area, and then, like, the last 3 bosses in the game.
By the way, this boss is kind of a joke. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. Although it's worse than this difficulty, because it's going to take more missiles, but other
Yeah.
than that, it's still really easy.
You can literally one round this boss if you're fast
Yep.
enough.
We're probably going to.
I say that, but I really like Omega Pirates. One of my favorite
It's a
bosses.
cool design, boss. I like it. It's just difficulty-wise, like, you know how to stun lock the guy? He is a joke. And everyone knows how to stun lock this thing at this point.
I shouldn't say that. I
Dude.
died to this boss in hard mode, so.
Hard mode is where
Then
this
again,
thing is the problem. Because he hits like a truck.
Now, whenever you break all his armor, listen closely whenever he does that. It literally sounds like he's saying, "Finish her!"
The Mortal Kombat reference
Yeah.
at that point. Oh, dude, get me out of this corner. I can't see
When
anything.
he's like calling his pirate buddies to come help before he teleports away.
Oh, yeah, I really hear it this time.
You hear it now.
I think he actually is saying that because he's calling out his
sounds
troops.
He's calling his troops, so it sounds like he's. I always thought whenever I fought this boss, I was like, "Oh, he said, finish her." All right, where are you at, buddy? There he is. Super.
Yeah, unfortunately for hard mode, it's gonna take 2 of them. So it's gonna be a little bit worse.
On
really not
normal,
that
he take like half his health if you do that.
It still takes a lot of self,
Yeah.
Wait, really?
yeah.
Yeah,
it
on
is
normal,
really
if you do
bad.
super missile on him,
Oh my
what
god.
he's doing that, it takes half his health away. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah,
He-
I have
like
a feeling
said,
that
you
would
can-
happen though, because there's no easy way to stun lock this guy in hard mode when you need to do 2 supers, and the charge time for supers in this version have been nerfed.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised he's getting back up.
That's okay. I think that's why I had a harder time in this
Yeah,
one.
it's the damage output difference. You can easily cheese this guy still like the original. I've done it in my normal run, but him taking more damage now to actually do anything, yeah, I'm not surprised that put him back in the round 2. I'm gonna just save my supers.
Let's do round 2 with the blue.
Be ready for round 2. Fight. Stop with the ground pound, sir. I know I'm close to you, but really? I'm expecting more swipes from him at this point, not the pounds. You know, we'll use this to our advantage. If you're gonna be this stupid.
Remember in our playthrough I mentioned about how the Metroid Prime has this problem where, like, boss design seems like they don't have any, like, variety to them. Yeah, the ground pound thing is one of them.
Yeah, because there's
Too many
literally
enemies
3
do the
different
ground
pirate types
pound.
that do this.
You got the Elite Pirates, you got Omega Pirate, Ridley does it, the final boss does it.
Yeah. Oh, I forget he can shoot you with like a cannon shot, because he never does that in my fight. Never. That's the first time I think I ever got hit by that. Alright, it's getting a little risky, so I gotta avoid these guys, because it'll take too long to kill them. Alright, where are we going?
Where are we dropping, boys?
Okay, good. Now I'm gonna stay here, because you can never spawn the same pool phase on twice in a row. There we go. One more round of that. Oh man, my health's getting a little close to nothing though.
Yeah, that's
I'll be
what
going
I'm
back to the
saying.
save after this, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Got him. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Didn't
Got him.
matter though. Now this is the one thing that I am sad they changed, and this was from the PAL release onwards. So nothing exclusive on Remastered. It was like this in the trilogy version too. When Samus gets absorbed by the Omega Pirate's phase-on and her suit changes, I just like the animation of it from the original GameCube more than this one. It's just more expressive. This one just gets up like, what is this thing on me?
Well, what am I? I'm covered in corrosive material.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can tell by that camera angle there was a different pose because they kept the camera angle the same as when she turns around and then the gun points off screen. Like the camera had to be moved for that. But they didn't change it when they changed the pose.
Don't understand why.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad they did change it that way though, because honestly it was a really cool pose.
All right, we backtracking, boys.
Okay, now it's time for cleanup.
Time to clean up because we got every item in the game. So.
Yep. And this point, we also now have access to every area, too. The only area we can't go to is the final area, because obviously we gotta finish up the artifact hunt for that. Why does this Metroid right now sound like a bouncy ball? I know they're rubbery, but holy crap.
Maybe he just likes being one, okay?
Yeah, I mean, they are squishy if the amiibos ain't them go by.
True.
That is still one of my favorite amiibo, and I wouldn't think that a Metroid would feel like a nice squishy, like, squeeze ball. Where did... Okay, there you are. Hey, that's right. These appear now.
There it
There
is.
it is.
These
One of our
jerks.
last enemy types we'll be seeing here.
Jerks. I hate vision Metroids.
Yeah, they are really annoying to deal with. It's not as bad on early difficulties, but on this one, oh. They're gonna do a lot, and they're gonna take a lot to kill. I'll just kill them with power bombs, though. That's usually my strategy. Okay. Just get stuck on it, why don't you? You want to come get me? Come on, get me. Yeah, that's right. Go away. They die by the doors, too. So, I'm just waiting for one to try to get close and then just self-destruct. I think the AI got tweaked, though, with Trilogy onwards, so I don't do that.
You mean you could have came on down here earlier and tried to brute force your way to get this artifact without the phase-on suit?
I mean, you see people doing 100% speedruns. If you have enough health and are fast enough, you can do it. But I don't think it's possible in hard mode because of the damage output difference.
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way. Go back. I don't want to go this way. I want to go that way. Yeah. Okay, before I go in Death Room again, where do I need to go next? One of these scans. Phase on Elite Control.
Phase-on Elite controls up at the first level, I think.
Yeah, here it is. Is that the
Is that the phase-on Elite?
maintenance tunnel? Full access. I think I know what that is. See, the map design on this is really confusing, so I'm trying to like get my bearings of where does that drop out to because of the structure of it being 3D.
Yeah. I know the maps are kind of confusing to look at in Metroid games.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem with the map in this one specifically is just that 3D nature and nothing being marked. So you really have to pay attention. And you gotta move around the map in such a way to see things, too. There you go. I told you they'd die from the doors. It's just they don't actively try to go through the door anymore when they try to lunge against you. But they do pop. Like a party balloon.
Where? Too bad for you. I am immune to phase-on. So I can stand in here all I want.
Just wait until the third game, where I drink that like Kool-Aid. I will say, I think out of all the games, I mean, not counting Dread now, because honestly, I think Dread is where Samus was the most popular when you get to the ending, but before that, it was Prime 3, just because of that phase-on suit. You just had so much power with that suit. Or, no, not phase-on. It's like PED suit, that's what it's called. But you use the phase-on with it, that's why I'm confusing it. That thing just nuked so many enemies when it came to a lot of its powers. And even then, you just mainly used Hyper Beam, because Hyper Beam is OP. That's why they had a cooldown thing of if you're in it too long, we're gonna start draining your energy. But it honestly did not matter, and you got health in spades in that game.
Oh, if you used it too much, then it'd be like, oh, I'm gonna corrupt you, and if you don't, vent out the phase on, you're gonna get
Which
corrupted.
is so easy. Just mash the shoot button and you're back to normal. It will just use a full E-Tank. Sometimes you actually want it to corrupt your E-Tank. So that way you get more use of the phase on. It's one of those situations that just, it didn't actually matter. It's scary when you first play it, but it doesn't matter in hindsight.
Yeah.
Final E-Tank. Alright, let's clean up this area now. We're only really missing the one scan. Was it in this room? Yeah, Elite Control. And it's one of the terminals, if it's... Not that button. If it's a research long one. Have you guys ever heard of personal space? You know what? I'm fine with this. You guys, for whatever reason, can't reach through doors, so I will deal with this. There you go.
Recording to log.
That's the one. I never faced it this specific way, so that should be hunter weapons. Yeah, there it is. So the only one I'm
There it
missing
is.
now is artifact sites, which we'll be getting on the way. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about it. That's literally right before we turn in artifacts.
And you still didn't pick up that artifact that was there.
Yeah, that's gonna be our final artifact, because as soon as I get that, I can just fight the final, like, set of fights.
And I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom all week this week. I already logged in 50 hours on this dang game already. I was like,
That's
"Ah,
not really
man."
surprising. It is a massive game. I was surprised to see our friend Allison already logged in 80. I'm like, ah, man, you've been playing it non-stop, but man, that's a lot.
Yeah. I just hate that I've been coming home so late now, but like I only get like maybe like 1 hour to myself a day before I'm like, I gotta. At least you get a 3-day weekend this weekend.
That's true. It's Memorial Weekend.
And SGDQ's coming out.
Yeah, why is it so early this year? I always wondered. Like, it is very early. They don't
I don't
normally do
know.
it in May. I think the
They
earliest
usually
ever
do it
done
in
is like
June.
mid-June, if that.
Yeah, mid-June and then like early July. I guess they just couldn't find the time to do it.
I guess, yeah.
Which I'm fine with, I get a 3-day weekend, so I get to at least
Yeah, I mean,
see
it works
Mondays
out, so you can
run.
actually see 2 days worth.
Yeah, I can actually see 2 days worth without worrying about missing things. Did you scan the base
Yeah,
lead on?
we're
Sorry, I
good.
didn't see it. Okay, good.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
missable. It's the only one in the game.
Yeah,
but
he's missable.
You can't
Yeah,
scan him
sorry.
through the glass, so you have to make sure you scan him when you're fighting. I think this guy has slightly more health, but that's about it. Nothing really makes
Yeah,
him
and he's
different.
just faster. He's just faster.
Oh, is he faster? I don't
yeah,
notice.
look how fast he's doing this ground.
Yeah, it is
He's
fast.
doing
I'm
a lot
noticing
faster.
now. I guess I'm just paying attention more to the attack pattern. I just never paid attention to that detail.
Yeah, he's doing it faster. Make sure. Make sure. Artifact, yeah. think that's the
I love
last
how I
one
was standing there and it put me backwards too. It's like, no, you have to work for this one. Walk. All other artifacts you spawn on top of.
We got, how many do we have left?
3 more. And that's counting the one we'll be getting on the way. For artifact site.
Where are they at?
Thanks!
Thanks. I was gonna go down anyways.
One of them we're going to be getting at the Joza Ruins section we need a plasma for. And then I'm trying to remember what the last one is, because I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I think there's one more left in Fendrana.
Larga's room?
No,
Did you get one for? You got
please
that
go
one.
away. Yeah, we already got that one. That was with all the ghosts, and that cleared up the poison.
You got the one in the tower. You got the... Did you get the one that was like on the stupid, like, missable... the stupid... wall that you can't see unless you have thermal?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
I know it's the only one in the game. Speaking of stupid, here's a
oh.
flamethrower. This sounds
Did
so
you go
cool
to
on
the
paper,
ice?
and it's horribly bad. Its damage output's not the greatest, and it takes way too many missiles.
That's stupid. I hate the flamethrower.
It's honestly the only time I really find use for it is in the final fight against Metroid Prime, and even that, it's like, you're probably better off just using the charge shots.
Did you get the one in Ice Chozo Ruins?
I'm trying to think of where
Fendrana?
that one is.
It
That's
was
probably the
over
one
there
we're on our
where-
way for. Yeah, no, we need a
that's the
plasma
one.
for that.
That's the one that you
That's the
needed
one.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been in that section. I specifically avoided it just because we didn't have plasma by the time we were there. This area is clear now. I believe that's every single item after I got that missile pack. And I'm looking through all my scans I have left, creature-wise, scans for lures and such, and a majority of them now are just in Joza Ruins, so we're going back for the last time.
Because you're going back.
Yeah, in terms of 100% for items in Talon, the only stuff I know I'm missing now are 2 missile packs that are in the room for the Magmar Cavern shortcut.
Yeah.
One of them I couldn't even
The
get
one with
until
the
I had the
plasma
beam anyways. I could have got one earlier, but just like get them both at once. In terms of items and scans, we're like near the end. 87.91, that's really good. Too bad I didn't put a missile here. Missed opportunity. I know it's the same as the other room that's just like this, because this game loves copy-pasting rooms. But, man, that would have been the better spot, I'm just saying. Phazon. Make use of the suit that now is pretty much worthless until we get to the final fight. The suit now just looks cool, and that's it. That's its only use. Because we are out of Phazon areas. Or area. I will say, this is one random change that I'm kind of glad I did. The elevator scene looked way worse, I think, in Trilogy, but I think it's because I didn't properly adjust the aspect ratio for the cutscene. So Samus looked stretched. It was people white boy Samus. They didn't
White
adjust it for the
boy
widescreen mode. I don't know why. It just didn't look right. You don't notice it when you're playing this kind of stuff on like a small screen, but nowadays when you're playing on like big 42-inch up TVs, you'd notice. You really notice when you're stretching video games.
Hey, Xbox.
Stop stretching
Xbox.
video games.
Xbox Game Showcase and Starfield
Oh, I
Direct.
thought you said our Xbox turned on for a second there.
I'm looking at
Not
mine just to
again.
make sure. I know, that thing turns up all the time for me. And you guys have 2 of them.
Yeah. Actually, one of them is in storage right now. I put it up. Just,
Wait, does the Series X also do the random turn-on crap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I thought
I
it was
don't
like
know.
a sensor button issue, but now you tell me that, and it's like, no, it's not that. That is just a software quirk. 100% a software quirk then.
It's an Xbox Game Showcase and a Starfield Direct will be screened at select theaters with Fathom events, along with $10 credit for snacks. First come, first served.
All
Tickets
right.
available.
It's because
June
we don't have
2nd.
an E3 in person anymore, but we still have this venue rented. So
Like,
please
hey
come.
guys, you guys want to go to the theater to watch the E3?
Yeah.
What would have been the E3 conference?
Honestly, it makes sense. Repurpose it. Right? It's like you got this venue kind of thing booked every year. Reuse it. No, actually thinking about it, no, they probably booked this like now, like for this specific event, because they already confirmed earlier this year they weren't going to E3 before it even got canceled. So they actively thought of doing this now. You have to just know it's probably an active thing, not just that's a
Yeah.
leftover.
Yeah.
Get in the hole. Okay, now let's see. There's the cross. Why are there so many scans in this room? In my log entry, I see 3 scans here for whatever reason. Why are there so many for a room that is so forgettable? Yeah, why? They're all right next to each other. All 3 of these I missed. And they're literally 1, 2, and 3. That was a good chunk of our scan percentage just bumped up too. That was worm. Cradle and infestation. The other one is in magma pool, which we're on our way over there now anyways.
We're you're about ready over there.
Where is magma pool specifically here again? I do have to go back to Tower of Light. I remember that for the enemy.
Did you miss that one?
I just didn't think of scanning underwater. Actually, where is magma pool? I'm going to furnace. Burn dome. It's not the same thing. Oh, there. Oh, wait, what?
There it is. Magma
Oh,
pool.
there's a
Magma
second
pool's
one
the
in there. There's a second one. I got the one with the power bomb. Like, what other one am I missing? Oh, that's right. I think there's one in the entryway I didn't get.
I was gonna say magma pool is the one with a power bomb expansion, and there's a Chozo thing right behind it.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
So there's a second one in there. Nothing in here. I'm just gonna do this because, yeah, you guys. Nope. Whole bunches of nope. I'm doing this the hard way.
Expert mode.
Hyper mode. Bringing it back. Honestly, it's really not that bad until you get up here. It just depends on where they shoot. And I got spring ball, so I got the easy mode unlocked.
Hey, I hate this expansion though, because I always.
It's
just
really annoying
fall
with the
out.
original controls.
Yeah.
With spring ball is way more manageable, and even then it has its moments.
Yeah.
Alright, that should be all the items here now as well, though. Because thinking about what I have left for item collection in this area, I think that's pretty much everything. Because I got all the stuff already from the charge beam area. That's cleared out. I got the extra power-up stuff. Like that section all cleared out. Same for the Chozo artifacts. I think I'm good to go. I'm getting a little worried when I'm saying this. I'm looking at my missile count of 215. I'm like, oh man, that doesn't sound right though. Because there are a couple missile packs in Phendrana. I'm like, is there like 250 worth or 240 by the time we leave? Because that'd be how many
Yeah.
at this point. That's 5 missile packs that I need before I go back to Talon. Which one is this one called again? Shining one? Maybe I just didn't mark it, because it's like, wait a minute, I already got this. Oh yeah, I didn't mark them, just stupid. That's fine. I was gonna say, it's like, wait a minute. Like, there can't be 2 in here. That just throws me off for a loop, and sure enough, there are not. 2 scans. Okay, let me go get that enemy. Now, fastest way to get back to Vendrana from here is probably just to go back to Magmore. Which is a little unfortunate, because that's a walk to get there. That's fine.
Quite a trick.
That's quite a trick. Watch me teleport. Plug in that Game Shark. Action replay me back. Those are actually going up in price nowadays if you want to buy one for those retro systems.
Oh, action
Yeah.
replays.
Yeah, because nowadays people don't use the action replay for the sake of cheating. They're using it for homebrew stuff on the system, so they're more sought after now. That's why I'm glad I have a hacked Wii and can just install GameCube mods to an like a memory card from the SD card slot on the Wii. Yeah, I just had to make sure. That one's good.
Not the only you chose Ghost.
Yeah, you really don't need to.
Did you get the puffer?
Yeah, there we go. Which one's the puffer? The underwater enemy I'm going for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we're here. It's literally just for the puffer. Go back! Oh my god. I hate when you're holding one direction, you randomly do a U-turn. Oh, go
I
away.
did too.
Where are the puffers? Oh, they're coming out of the walls, aren't they?
Yeah, they come out of the walls when you go up there.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I'm thinking underwater thing. I didn't see a single one of these come out. That's why I missed it now thinking about it. Fortunately, that means I'm gonna have to do this again. This is how they're not missable, the room resets.
Yeah.
If that was not the case, oh boy. We're doing a 99% playthrough. Like, I see those creatures on the wall, and I think I saw them come out in a cutscene, but when we were doing this, I didn't see a single puffer. That's how we missed it. Gonna use so many missiles just for one scan. It's like 40 missiles. Are they gonna give me puffers or why not? I'm confused here.
They should be coming out.
That's why I'm very confused. Why aren't they coming out?
Blow up the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the next set because I'm very confused here. I hate that. Oh my gosh, this hitbox is massive. That's why I like doing the corners. Good thing we have 215 missiles to burn, but seriously. Yeah, there we go. Why is this a different version's beyond me? It's the only time they have like a different puffer type. That was really weird. I thought they came out much earlier than the final shot. Alright, but that's pretty much it for creatures now then. Because the next set of creatures... We get out of this room and I'll check it over.
The boss, I think.
Yeah, next set of creatures, like actual creatures, not just bosses, are in Impact Crater, so the final area. Yeah, literally the last creature we have left is an Impact Crater. I might as well go through here. Get back over to Magmore so I can go back to Phendrana. There's no easy way to get there from this path, unfortunately. Like, Phendrana's like the most out of the way area to go to, no matter what.
Yeah.
Next to the Phazon Mines.
Namely, third level Phazon ones.
Yeah. It helps they put the shortcut in Magmore, but that's also deep Magmore too, so it takes a while to get there.
Impatient jumping.
Not a single cycle I could get to in time. That's what I was trying for. It's funny how I went through this section, like, we'll never have to come through this one again, and that's the only easy way to get back to Phendrana at this point. So about that, going back through it for our third and final time. Once I'm done with the missile cleanup here, I should have 240, if my map's correct. If I don't, I'm gonna start sweating. And that's when we revert to the maps.
Did you get the X-ray one?
Yeah, that was like, I think that was our first artifact, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because you can sequence break through it early, no matter what version you play. Excuse me, coming through. Don't mind me. And I also got that X-Way one, before you ask. Because we're done in Magmar. I got all the stuff here.
Do we have all the E-tanks?
Yeah, we got all E-tanks.
Okay.
You can tell actually now looking at the top screen. Because that's like a quality of life thing they did change, but why? Now you can actually see all the E-tanks. I know it's such a random detail, but I swear I think that's my favorite looking room in the remaster, just because of how simple it is. But it looks good. The rocks. They're actually stalactite rocks now instead of just a single textured thing.
Yeah.
I know it's a very random detail, but that's how far we've come in 20 years. It's running off 2012 hardware.
They actually look like stalactites this time.
Dude, it's hard to believe the chip that's being used in the system now was like about 12 years old. Oh man, then we need a Switch too. 10 years old. Like, the
10
Tegra
years
chip,
old,
I think
yeah.
was based on like 2012 technology at the time.
I thought it was 2015.
I've heard also 2012, so that raises some more red flags, but I think it's more 2015 revision. But it's still either way really old. It's still outputting like solid stuff if people know how to use it correctly. I know third parties just cry every time they get a Switch to work on. It's like, make this. Oh crap. It'd be easier to make a phone game. Okay, we're good. I'm doing the math in my head what's left over. I think we're good. Oh, dear God, the stomps, man. His stomps are so powerful. You can't even sit still for more than 2 seconds. Which is gonna be a problem for this one. Pushing me around too much when I'm trying to climb.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, so we go in this next room. I'll get 235. I go back out, get the one that's near Wave Beam, and then that'll put me at 240. So we'll have every single missile pack by the time we leave here accounted for.
Good.
All that'll leave is the ones in Talon. And I should have all the power bombs at this point. We have all the tanks. So, according to my like checklisting in my head here in the math, everything is set.
We should have 100%.
Yeah, at this point, once we get back to the ship, it'll confirm it. I think I just fell in the water by doing that. Unless I'm still in the air. I'm holding forward just in case. Okay, it was, but that was a terrible jump regardless. That's 240. Never mind, my math is bad. Wait, did I get the one in? No, I'm an idiot. I didn't get the one I was talking about. I jumped the ship for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, we wait in the room. We're ready to head the ice floe you shoot down. No, go back. Well, fine. Now you're a little premature on the item collection over there. But
God.
it's fine. This is the room I was thinking I already did. Rest in peace, streakbacks. They're gone.
Didn't they fix that though?
I mean, I thought they did, but they're not here.
Rest in peace,
Maybe they
street rats.
reverted, for all we know.
Maybe they're in another room. Are you
Stop
trying to
stopping.
Are you trying to ghetto jump?
No, I'm just trying to jump, period. Because this ledge is ever so slightly low enough I can just jump up here. At this point, I should just go around with the stalactite. It's just you. You're making this harder on me. Good thing I have your weakness. Fire. Burn. Now, where was I? I hate when you're literally like pushed off because I actually made that jump. Like, easy. How many tries later? This is 240. Or that's power bomb. Wait a minute. Why did I think that was a missile pack? All right, now I'm starting to cold sweat.
Oh God.
Which one? Which one is left? I am missing one missile pack somewhere. And I have no idea where. This is why I complain about this map system being 20 years old still. It is very bad.
Did you get the one in Thardis room?
That might be the one I'm missing, now thinking about it. Let me go check. Because I
Man,
think
if
I
it
did.
was,
I think
man,
I did.
I called.
but-
I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm good at predicting things.
I think I got it, but I can't remember now that you say that. We probably... Actually, no, we didn't. You're right. That one I, for whatever reason, avoided. I don't know why I did. I thought for whatever reason I got it earlier, but how can you? It's with Grapple Beam. I think why is I mixed it up with my last playthrough where I got it while doing this stuff. But this time around I held off for whatever reason. Stop with the bullets!
Stop shooting me!
I wish there was an easy way for me to grind out power bombs right now to confirm on those. Unfortunately, I just have to hope for good power bomb drops from enemies until we get back to the ship and confirm with that. But I should have 8 power bombs at this point.
I have a bad habit of predicting the future sometimes. I
In this
literally
case, I don't
legit
care.
didn't
That helps. Because I'm like, oh god, I got maps up for a reason, but I don't know which one.
Lock doors.
Let's just search all these things for 20 minutes.
Unlocked.
If you really did, this was your missing one.
This is it.
You're gonna
I
laugh.
did not do this.
We Sheegoth in there.
Yeah. Replace giant rock monster with tiny Sheegoth. Downgrade. To be fair, there can't be more than one Thardus.
There can only be one Thardus.
Dude, actually thinking about it, why am I doing this now? I should have done this on the way out. Man, I really don't know the route when I'm in panic mode. We're good now, that's all of them, but why am I here? I
You're welcome,
should have
buddy.
waited. Because now, if I had that lore, I could have just left. I could have took the elevator, which would have took me back to Magmore, then I could have worked my way back over the Talon from here. Fine, I
You're
will
welcome.
still do that, but now it's just gonna be an extra 5 minutes.
You're welcome, Lester. I saved you 30 minutes.
Unlocked.
That was a thing. It's nice, by the way. Let's ruin it.
Nice.
What? Why are you so high? I don't think I've seen the space pirate go that high before. He was like on the border of the map.
Well, he was thinking, oh, heck you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see where I get stopped.
There's the invisible wall.
You want to be deleted? Bye. Such a shame. This is like one of your final things you get in the game because it's so OP. That's why when you get plasma as one of your first beams in a randomizer, you're just like, all right, and game is beaten. Because so many things just die in like one shot to plasma beam. Especially if you're not playing on hard mode, obviously.
Yeah.
Thankfully, these little drops of electricity are gonna be harmless to us if we're just nowhere near them.
What are the last two missile expansions you gotta get? Oh,
They're both in town.
Talon, that's right.
It's from the Magmore Cavern elevator. That's why I'm like, why am I getting this one missile now that I missed? I could have got it on the way out. Because I'm going back that way. Because now the only things I'm missing is 3 scans for data stuff, and then the ones to clean up the game. Ooh, instant morph. I was not expecting that. And according to my item thing, 96%, 2% per missile, that's 100%. Because these missiles count for 2% for whatever reason. So that is good at this point. Like, routing-wise, we're set. That tells me I have 8 power bombs. I need more missiles because I'm going to run those robots again. Hello, you. Give me your missiles because I want more missiles. Or it can be health. Yep, that's fine. That's a horrible way to go. It's one thing getting frozen to death and then getting shot with a missile to just put your body in a million pieces, but also to get evaporated by a super hot weapon is also horrendously painful.
Well,
These pirates don't have it easy.
I mean, if you're just completely just, you know, just dusted like that, I mean,
Yeah,
at
hopefully
least
you
it
don't
was
feel it,
painless.
right?
Hope you didn't feel it.
Although, based on their screams, they definitely did. I don't know why, starting with Trilogy, they added that counter for how many missiles you have in total, but why did they not do that with a power bomb is beyond me. There's more than enough room on that UI.
Yeah.
I think, no, they do that with Prime 2, don't they?
I
They
think so.
tell you, yeah, why didn't they just do that with Prime 1? That is such a weird oversight. And then this version had that chance to fix it, and they also opted not to do it. Because not many
probably
things were really
forgot.
changed in this version.
Maybe they forgot about it.
Maybe. Because again, not many things were really changed in this version. A majority of it's still based on that last release, which was Trilogy. This version mainly just went back to fix up some control stuff and then the graphics, and that was it. I will say, at least, though, like, because I still have a lot of major problems with the game, because a lot of it's still, like, core problems. At least it's a budget title, $40.
Yeah.
'Cause I was expecting it's Nintendo. They're charging $60. They always want to charge the most for the game, even if it has, like, next to no substance. But I think at the Tropical Freeze, they kind of learned we can't really do that if we don't change enough, because the fans will speak.
Yeah, that will.
Everyone always wants to point at Tropical Freeze for whatever reason, being like their worst, like, port title for pricing, because all they did was add a new character and that was it. And I'm over here like, have you not played New Mario U? That one honestly
that
is
was
worse.
pointless.
That was honestly kind of a bad port over, because the game didn't get a graphical update at all. I think it's still 720p. And then it also actually removed some features from the Wii U version, like the 5-player mode where you can tap on the touchscreen. That's not there at all in the Switch version. I don't know why they removed it, because you have a touchscreen when you're playing in a portable mode. So they didn't need to remove it, but they did. And then they worsened the controls by default. You have to use a cheat code to put it back to how it controlled on the Wii U version. And I just don't understand how they screwed this up, but they did.
I think that's how I played it, but I never really... Well, I got my Wii U later than a lot of people. I mean, I didn't get it, like, super late, but...
Yeah, well, you got yours like a year or so after it came out. Because you
it
got
was
yours
around
around the time
time.
Wind Waker HD came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, when Wind Waker and Sonic Lost World came out. That was mostly what I wanted it for, and then Sonic Lost World. I wouldn't say it was a bad game, but it was definitely different.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing about that is just never play the Wii version nowadays, because the PC version fixed every problem that original version had. Outside like the core mechanics, because they can't fix that. But nowadays, just play it on PC.
I don't think it was that bad.
No, it's fine. It's a different game, but it's not a bad game. I still liked it.
I know a lot of fans hated it for whatever reason.
It was different. That's usually why. Because people really like Colors and Generations, and then they avoided that model.
And all of a sudden, Colors and Generations were seen as, well, Colors, I'll put Colors. Colors all of a sudden is now a bad game. I've seen a lot of that trend happened all of a sudden.
Yeah, it got the Zelda cycle in reverse, where now the good games are becoming the bad games.
Yeah. Well, granted that I get it, the writing wasn't that great, but you know what? It's like, at the time we didn't care because it's like, oh gosh, this was actually a pretty competent Sonic game after having like a bunch of them not being that way.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
honestly, like when it came to the writing team, they've had issues since Colors, but what they make, they're more like Saturday morning cartoon kind of plots, so it's fine. For what they are, it's fine. If you want like full-on like big lore dump kind of Sonic games, you didn't really play those for that because they just were not that. You nowadays would go to like something like Sonic Frontiers, or go backwards and play like say the adventure games.
yeah.
Because after Unleashed, they did just kind of abandon that approach because of the writing team being so different. Because they were more known for being Saturday morning cartoon kind of writers. That's why it was so different.
Kind of funny. I see this post every now and then saying Sonic's main arch enemy in the 90s, it was Dr. Eggman, and then it said Sonic's main enemy in the 2000s. It was like some eldritch horror monster, and then Sonic's main enemy in 2010, Dr. Eggman again.
Yeah, it just kind of reversed.
Kind of just reversed it.
That was our final Missador, by the way. That's missable now. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Missable Door.
The longest loading door in the game.
Recording to Recording to
And that's it.
Alright, she should be good with scans now.
Yeah, in terms of the Pirate Data one, that was my last one here. Artifact Site. That was the one on the way. And then in terms of Chozo lore, there's only two more left. Should be Containment. Or Contain, I think it's just called. And then Prophecy of Light. That's it. That's all the scans in the game. The remainder ones are the ones that we're coming up to now. And also, we're at 100% items, by the way. The game says 98. As soon as I get this Chozo artifact, it's going up to 100. So all these pillars were completely useless, by the way. They're all hints. You get this one, and then all these pillars start to become hints over time. But we didn't need a single hint. And we don't need those scans, because you just get the scans automatically with the artifact. That's 100%. This is the artifact of truth, the first to 12. Find all 12 to get to the impact. What do you mean you already found them all? So there you go, 100%. Don't worry, get a special message for it, because I already 100% of the game once.
Return the artifacts. Oh boy, Meta Ridley.
Oh man! Annoying fight, my favorite. This fight is honestly a lot better when he's on the ground, because when he's in the air, sometimes I swear your missiles just don't lock on. Because of how fast he can move.
Yeah.
It's a cool fight, it's just really kind of annoying to fight him in the air. Thanks, Chozo, for locking the door behind me. Really great move.
Thanks, guys.
Really always have my back.
Face your inner demon, Samus. You need to fight Ridley.
Samus and other M. I'm scared of him. Samus here. Let me at him. That was seriously such a weird plot detail in that game. It was.
Yeah.
A lot of the story stuff, when you really look back, it's even now, like, from dev perspective, like, yeah, I don't... No, this didn't really work out as well as we hoped.
No, it was funny because I watched what happened to the other M, and even I guess Sakamoto was like, yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm like, are you
"What
kidding
is
me?
it, Daisy?"
With that plot being as confusing and then also as very character tonally different as it was, that's fine. You know how everyone complained about that, right? Literally everyone, even your own writing team kind of questioned you on it. Didn't know that was so close to me for whatever reason. Too bad this is not the original version. We could just boost Ball's foot, and then there goes 80% of his health.
Yeah.
Such
for
a weird
whatever
bug.
reason.
See, so far this fight's pretty manageable when it comes to health because he's not doing much. A lot of his attacks he can avoid. So when he's on the ground, he's a lot more aggro. So I expect me to lose a couple E-tanks when he's down here. I really only died in this playthrough once, and it was just because of a bad situation. I just didn't have any missiles. We only died because of that.
What was that?
Let's
I
keep it
forgot.
that way. That was in that pirate area on the way back at the thermal, because I didn't have any missiles and I fight the security bots.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that room is just, it's so much better to super missile those things, and I had no super missiles. So I just had to kind of deal with their damage output. No, it's not gonna hit him. Yeah. He was speeding up. Samus is going to... Oh no, gotta speed up. And his own mock speed section right here. The walk on, that was a little unfortunate. It's okay, bye. That's not hitting him anytime soon. If only the missile came back up like a boomerang. Oh, here we go again. I'm using so many missiles for this phase. I'll say some of these for phase 2. Hard mode, where everything is a bullet sponge. That's why it wasn't for like series like this. I wouldn't really play in these difficulties because it's not really that much harder. It's just way more annoying half the time.
Yeah, they got more health for me.
Yeah, which uses more resources and takes more of your time. Even though they're stupid hard, my favorite kind of hard mode things we've done have been like one-hit stuff because they at least have like a proper challenge to it. But this kind of stuff after a while just becomes the normal game but more time-consuming. Because this was only really hard like the first half when we had like no tanks.
That's how it usually goes, you know.
Yeah. Hence why when I do these challenges, I usually do them in like the minimalist run just so we can actually see the challenge.
So let's see, ready for your level 1 proud mode playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1?
God. To make it harder, you play on the streaming services only. Cloud version only.
God.
keep on seeing those versions go on sale in the Epic Store all the time. So maybe I'll finally pick it up. It's cheap, and that's like $20 off at most. These are stupid expensive still. I'm good. I'll keep my PS4 version for a while longer. I want to get those at one point when they're like $20 a piece at most, but they never seem to go down that low.
Yeah.
Even coupons are still up there. Oh, that's phase 2. Okay. For whatever reason, that was one more shot away.
Well,
Is he
Mario
more
Advance.
purple now when he's in phase 2? I might just be a placebo. Oh no, that's gonna take like 2 supers, isn't it? Again, hard mode is more time consume mode.
Mario Advance 1, 2, and 3 are now on Switch Online.
Well, that's pretty much the entire Mario Advance like saga. I was gonna say trilogy, it's like 4 games. Oh my gosh, stop with the stomps. Oh man, you're just loving the stomp right now. What is happening? Stop.
You know, that's a Sony showcase was just...
A Sony showcase. And it's ups and then it's downs because that's just every one a year. To be fair, all the major announcements outside of Spider-Man are also going to be on Xbox and PC. So it doesn't really have much of an impact from what I can see. As soon as their showcase was done, I saw all their major titles on Game Pass.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid, the new Metal Gear Solid Delta coming to Xbox too.
Yeah.
It's funny.
This is the first time that Metal Gear Solid is going to be like properly multi-platform right away, really.
Phantom Pain
like
was.
Phantom Pain, yeah, like that kind of started it, but like for these games specifically, they like came to those systems years later.
Yeah.
Because look at the Metal Gear like Solid like collection they did for the PlayStation to the Xbox. Xbox got 3 games, PS3 got like 7. Same exact collection, mind you. Like, it's always been more of a Sony IP, but nowadays it doesn't really need to be. And it will still sell better on there, so don't stop releasing it, sure, but also put it on more than one system.
I just didn't. The only thing I was just, like, yeah, cool, was Spider-Man. But
yeah, and that's gonna be
was
console
already
exclusive product like a year, and then it'll probably be on PC, knowing how they're doing.
I really like Spider-Man on PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, it's a solid game. Just for me, it's not
Really
enough of a
good game.
system seller, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because the PS5s are still kind of hard to find. They're very expensive.
Yeah, I get it. Come on, Mr. Ridley, please die.
That should be one more set. No, he's dead. Too early? Yep. I didn't think it was going to do that right away. I thought he was going to just open his mouth to scream. And then that was like maybe 5 frames later or something. That was very close. Oh my gosh, the stomps. Stop with the stomps.
Stomping.
I can't do anything when you stomp. Oh, no, one more round. Excuse me. You want to have things more drawn out. Like, come on. I'm not going to do that again. Not with this charge time. Just die already. Come on, man. Nope. Dude, that was like one missile away,
Dude,
but I couldn't get the
please
shots
die.
out in time because my fingers are getting tired.
Please die. Just please die.
Open wide. Finish you off in style. Just to
There
make
we
sure
go.
you're actually dead, I'm hitting you with a super. Seriously, you are a missile sponge. Now imagine I check my scan log. There's no Omega Ridley on or Meta Ridley on it. I'm like, oh crap, gotta do it again. Thankfully,
Reload save.
that's not gonna be the thing. Yeah, you don't save beforehand. You gotta make sure. Yeah, there it is. Omega. Why do we keep on calling Omega Ridley? It's probably because he's right there. Omega Pirate, Meta Ridley, close enough. That's a later game. That's not until Prime 3. Which honestly, that's more Phazon Ridley when you think about it, because he's corrupted with Phazon.
Yeah. Impact Crater.
So all I'm missing now are 3 scans, and all 3 are here. Ew, why does this place sound squishy?
Why does this seem like I shouldn't be here?
Also, hi, new Phazon type. Completely negates our Phazon suit's ability to negate Phazon damage, because it's a more toxic version, it's just a higher concentration. It's stronger. It's just stronger.
It's funny how in Metroid Prime 3 this Phazon was never introduced.
No, and that's the game
It's
with
like this is
Phazon
the only
everywhere.
game, the only game in the series that has red Phazon.
Yeah, it's so random. How is that thing missing me all the time? I'm shocked. Bad aim on Vision Metroid. Bad aim. Here,
Good.
you wanna suck me now? You wanna grab my head? Come on, I dare you. I dare you. Come on. That's right, chicken. Final recharge in the game.
That one's it's a little salty.
Yeah, nice spotter bomber, by the way. Neat.
For the final boss.
Teeth everywhere. I love how they locked the door, but you're not going back after this point anyways. You physically can't. Once you drop down later, you're not going back. So that locked door is just kind of redundant. Okay, here we go. RNG the boss, part 1. It doesn't get truly luck dependent until the final part of this, but man, it's gonna screw me. I can feel it. Okay, good start. Didn't even hit the eye. The eye hitbox is so small, so that can happen a lot. Now I'm using that more awkward jump method of L, because honestly it's really helpful to stay locked on here at all times, and that jump button is in a bad spot for this control scheme. I miss the Wii controls where you can jump with one button and then shoot with the button the opposite side of the controller.
Yeah.
I always had it mapped to B for shoot, for Trilogy, because that's how every other Wii game's shooters worked.
Matt to B, so.
Yeah. You jump with A and shoot with B, because by default it's A to shoot. But I just find it awkward to jump with B, which is really weird. Now there's a quick kill strat you can still do in this version, just keep on shooting Prime when going back and forth in the arena, but this is hard mode. I will probably die trying it.
Yeah.
Like that thing alone, that explosion shot did a lot of damage. I didn't have time to react. So I get hit by Prime or get hit by Prime's missile barrage. Oh, I still got clipped by the foot. That's not enough to kill it anymore, because it's hard mode. Alright, there we go. That was phase 2, so this should be phase 3. Okay, we're just gonna do this, huh?
I hate that. I hate that.
Yep, this is this phase now. Oh man, the bouncy physics. Should I use flamethrower? Stop, don't even think about it. The thing is worthless. You got it just for a percentage.
For a percentage point.
Should be ice next? No, it's... See, this is super effective. This is still taking like almost a quarter of my missile tank capacity.
I know.
I only did that because I just got a lot of missile draws, but that is so insanely bad in this mode especially. I wonder if she's gonna do the weird thing here. She hasn't gone from ice to power mode yet. That's why it hasn't happened. My last time I played in this fight, for whatever reason, the power beam version was using ice attacks. I never seen it happen before. It just randomly happened in my last playthrough of this version. Yeah, that's the attack. Prime did that attack in the power beam mode. It's not supposed to. Okay, here we go. RNG the boss. Now it could be literally anything. And I don't know what until Prime swaps. And she swaps mid-attack, too, sometimes. So I really hope that won't happen all that often.
I hate those balls of light.
Again? Really, they just want to suck me in, eh? I guess I'm committed. Missed anyways.
Oh god.
Yeah, that took a lot of my health. I couldn't really get out of that situation, so I'm not surprised that happened. Luckily, I got more than enough E-Tank, so I should be fine this fight. Just play it safe. Oh, come on! That attack was on you! That's what I'm talking about with this part being RNG. She will just swap at whatever just to mess with you. Power? I mean, I'll work with it. Oh, I almost fired a missile. That was a good save.
Metroid Prime, please. He's like, no, I'm on hard mode.
I will never die. Have you seen me in the later games? That's the point. I don't die. Although I don't think we'll see Dark Samus coming back after the events of Prime 3's ending. I'll just say it that
I don't
way.
think so either. I don't think so either. I think the
Heard
enemy
that
of Prime
planet got
4.
nuked.
I think her story's done. I think
Yeah.
the main villain is Silex from Hunters.
It might be just based on how it's set up, but we still have no idea about what Prime 4 is gonna entail.
Alright, game of the game.
Yep, this is it. RNG Part 2, because this thing, I swear, is even more random than the last one, and that's saying something. Alright, here we go. True final boss. The scan. Alright, if I let go of ZR, or ZL, I should see 100%. Like that.
Yeah!
Done. Let's nuke it.
100% logbook, yeah! You did it this time, Lester.
Yeah, nothing screwed me.
Nothing screwed you.
Might as well use this time of waiting around to get my health back, because I literally can't do anything in this part. This is just...
Yeah, you gotta
a
wait
game.
around.
Okay, here we go. That put the phase on pool in phase on. Why? I've never seen that
Makes
drop
sense.
before. It makes sense. It's just as a first. I've never seen that before. Well, that's just unfair. When it spawns phase on, you can't shoot it at phase on.
Are you doing strategy?
Yeah, it still works. Although, not with these angles. I swear, they semi-patched it, and I have to say it by that logic because it still works, but Prime's AI got weirdly tweaked. Like, I don't remember Metroid Prime hovering around the top of the pool like that anymore. So, it becomes more aggro now than it used to be. I don't remember it being this aggro. I really don't.
Or are you doing it that way? Yeah, it's just like right on top of you.
Yeah, why? Like, I can't even lock on. I have to just kind of shoot. It's really weird. And I wait around for Prime to move, and sometimes she just doesn't. Why am I back in Morph Ball? Why am I back in Morph Ball? I'm not pressing
God,
the
what the
button.
heck?
Why? This is
What the
also
heck?
happening. That happened in my first playthrough in this version too. For whatever reason, you just go Morph Ball all the time, and I don't understand. Or you get locked out at the beginning out of your Morph Ball. Not even bother with the strat here. It's just in a bad spot. At least the Metroids are a good source for health drops right now, because the problem is this thing does not cooperate for me in this version. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's a change or a placebo, but I swear Prime is more aggro in this in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Every time I'm doing that, I'm just kind of stalling out the timer for that phase on to disappear. So I'm just trying to get in more shots before it goes away.
Yeah. I remember you told me that.
Yeah, for people who haven't seen the trick before, because it still works in this version. It's just a little bit weirder now because of how Prime acts, but outside of that, it still works. But to be fair, look at that health drain, though. It's abysmal in this difficulty.
I know.
It's barely going down.
That's like what, your 6th pool?
Yeah, and yet Prime's health just now barely is under half. I gotta say my power bombs. Oh my gosh, I can't. Where is Prime? There you go. Yeah.
There's Prime.
I'm just gonna shoot.
So where'd she go?
Like, it's going down so minimal, I didn't even see the bar move. It was that slow. God, man, this fight is so much worse in hard mode. Just because of a bullet sponge change. That's why I don't care for hard modes in a lot of games, it's just this. Bad pattern. I really wish the Metroids would also drop more than just like 20 health drop ones. That's nothing. Like, what are these pea-sized health drops? I'll just shoot it. I can't go in and out that easily from this angle. Alright, I think 2 more waves of that based on that health drain problem. It should be enough to kill Prime.
Go away, Prime.
I'm canceling you. Oh, good time to save these. Is that it? Nope, I need the one more pool. I don't have to do the trick anymore, though. There's the pool. Let's go for it.
Alright, just finish him. Finish her,
Prime.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Literally
There you go.
by, like, what?
She's
2
dead.
shots worth at most, and that's all she had left for health. There you go. 100%, true 100%, because I got both items and scans from Metroid Prime Remastered in hard mode. It said it can't be done. Who said that? My anxiety. That one was like 2.5 hours too. That was not bad at all. So combine it with a 4-hour session from last time, that's 6.5 hours total.
Oh my god.
That's not bad.
No, that's not. To get out of here. Well, Lester,
Did it.
how do you feel? How do you feel that now that you 100% of this game? For sure.
Choosers frequent service has been rewarded, and now a new star shines.
Okay, you know what? The way home screen actually fits that.
The bounty hunter.
I had to try.
Because
That was a massive delay, though.
What future?
Yeah.
Outside of the scream, because of anxiety, that feels better to be done with that. It worked out, honestly, routing-wise. I mean, I only missed things here and there that I could have just walked back for. So if I didn't do that, my actual in-game time would probably be faster by like 10 minutes, I would like to say. Maybe 15. So that's not bad. For a playthrough where I've played a lot of this game, I haven't really gone out of my way for scans before. Only recently I've been doing that. That was not bad. Especially when it came to missables, because I combed through those like really, really, really carefully.
There you go. You beat Metroid Prime.
Alright, now to sit here for 10 minutes, because these credits are way longer. It
Yeah,
loops
they
the
are.
main theme 3 times. From what I hear, though, these credits don't credit everyone from the original GameCube development, so I know I've heard some members coming out from the original dev team kind of mad about that. But to be fair, this has been the problem with Metroid games these past couple years, because Dread had the same problem too. There were some people left out of the credits because they didn't finish their contract at Mercury Steam, but they still worked on the product, so they weren't credited. I don't know what's been Metroid's problem as of late, not crediting everyone on the said teams. It's just been
Well,
kind of like this
Nintendo,
weird issue.
I don't know what Nintendo's issue with not crediting things lately have been.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
they didn't credit Grant Kirkhope with the Mario movie.
Yeah, they just said Donkey Kong Rap from DK64, and it's like, Kirkhope's over here like, hello? Yeah, that's me. I did this. Please acknowledge. Like, he was real upset from that, from what I can tell.
Me too.
Also, hey, Carrie, how you doing? Yeah, this is mainly a problem for a lot of games. It's not just Metroid. I've been noticing Metroid's had this very bad pattern of as of late, but this is not the exception. Like, a lot of games have credit problems. I guess they're fearing that they make them too long and have, like, a Mighty Number 9 situation where the credits are longer than the game. That's the exception. That game is short, and they put anonymous names in there, like, for a laundry list. That was their problem. That's a whole other thing. A lot of the times, they just don't credit people because of just how the contracts work out. So, a lot of people just go uncredited because they're not with the studio anymore, and like, we don't need to mention them in the credits, but you do. And also, yeah, movies have the same problem a lot of times, too. Same for shows. I don't need my lists open anymore, or any of these other tabs, because I have a logbook guide open that just told me the locations of all the logbook scans in case I needed to double back. I have the maps opened up so I could have clicked on these maps individually if I missed an item, then I could have just double checked each room. Because the thing is, in this game, they do not do that, but people made guides that do that, and I just kind of wish we had that in this game. It does not come up until Prime 3. I really don't understand why they couldn't go back for that for Remastered. I really don't. That's like the one big knock I give this version, because that is such an important thing nowadays. Especially now when I've played so many other like Metroidvania games, and it's so like 50-50. They either have a good map or their maps suck. It's no good in between. As much as I like the Shantae games in like a Metroidvania style, that has the exact same problem. Its map system doesn't tell you when to get an item. Like in Seven Sirens, I had to make my own just to make sure I got the stuff.
That's stupid.
So it's like, it's 50-50, like if games have good maps or not, it feels like nowadays in this genre.
By the way, I'm glad you got to finally beat this game and... Or not finally get it. I know you've beaten it before.
After 20 years, he finally beat the game that came out in 2002.
I'm sorry. I meant to say you finally got 100% on this version. What I meant to say. I'm just glad you got to.
He never beats the game before. Wait, why are you loading up all the VODs where he beat it? Oh, that doesn't count. In terms of 100% of this front, yeah, I've never done to this degree. I might have got full scans once. I can't remember for sure. Or I've gotten close, because 99%. It only counts now since it's 100%. Yeah, those other times don't count. That means I never beaten Prime 2 and 3 then. Because I never 100% scans those. Because, man, anxiety when it comes to those scans. God. Especially Prime 3. Everyone always talks about Prime 2 being a nightmare. And then look at the log for Prime 3 and see how many times it says missable next to the entry in a guide.
Crazy. You finally beat it. It only counts now since it's 100%.
He's never beaten the game before, apparently.
Never beaten the
Apparently
game
not.
before.
I wonder, though, because I don't know how much longer we have of the actual Switch when it comes to its lifespan. I would give it like another 2 years. So, based on that logic, would we even see a Prime Remaster for the other games in the trilogy? Because now they've proven we're not throwing a Prime Trilogy point. There's no reason to. We'll go back and remaster the games like this. So would we see a Prime 2 or 3 remaster before a new console? And even before Prime 4? It's possible we might see at least 2. I don't know about 3, though. This was rumored all the way back, like the remake version of this was rumored all the way back in, like, what was it, 2020? Because the rumors randomly changed from being a trilogy port to just a remaster of only the first game, and then just porting over the other 2. So I don't know how we came to that conclusion.
I mean,
I don't know about that one.
Nintendo has a nasty habit of sitting on games that they're pretty much done with.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tears of the Kingdom was done a year ago. They just spent the whole year polishing it.
Yeah, because that's ironic. It got delayed last year, but they didn't need to delay it based on that. It's like, all right, why did we actually delay it then? Because it sounds like we didn't need to. It was done. But it worked out from the looks of things.
They probably saw the release schedule and be like, yeah,
it's like, no. We got other games we must push first. And then we can release this in the dead month of May. No one will play video games in May. That's our chance. But you're not wrong, they do have a bad track record of sitting on games. We have this full translation of Fire Emblem on the NES and then Earthbound Beginnings. Probably just release that in like 25 years? 30 years? Okay, sounds good to me. It's like, guys, it's done, just release it. But yeah, that happens all the time. They have games done and then just wait. We're gonna cancel this game, but bring it back in 20 years. We can sell it.
It could be worse. They could do the Mother 3 thing.
Yeah, never
Like,
exist.
Yeah. Like, oh, we got this game. What do you mean it's never released? We released it, right?
Yeah, once. God, what is that frame rate? Oh my god. I didn't pay attention to that the first time, but that's like 15 frames per second. That's cinema view out.
Yeah, 100%.
I know they updated her 3D model, but it still looks cursed. It still looks really weird. I don't like that face at all. It gives me nightmares. I'll go up to Twitter later. And out of here. 5.5 hours, not bad. I probably could have got a little closer to 5 hours if I didn't forget those specific items and scans.
Oh,
And now,
looky.
sequel bait time. Which, to be fair, the newer render of this looks pretty clean. Because this is still an FMV, I can still see compression everywhere. But, for whatever reason, it just looks a little bit better in the remaster. I don't know why. I think it's the exact same video. They may just upscale it a bit.
Similar to Fire Emblem Engage, although that there's more speculation that confirmed due to the fact that DLC was the fact it was meant to be the 30th anniversary game, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Engage really got screwed over from what I can tell on that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, now looking at it, that came out at a very weird time. Because it didn't have that much time in the spotlight before other things came out and kind of took over. Especially with the DLC. Like, the DLC definitely didn't have enough time in the sun. Because the game came out, and then, like, what, a week or two later, the first pack came out, and then every other release, things were around the DLC's release time window, so it didn't work. Hey, there you go, I got everything in the gallery thing now. Nice.
Oh, everything is
the
unlocked in the
things.
gallery. Good.
Because all I need to do is a normal playthrough and a hard mode playthrough for the rest.
Good.
That face still looks cursed. Like, who was this based on? Hang on, what was his name again? I'm gonna zoom in so I can see. Todd Keller. That's who it based on. It's like a real person, like a real actress. But it just, when you look at actual Zero Suit Samus from the games, like from Zero Mission onwards, this version didn't look right. Because this was Samus's first humanoid appearance with like a newer look. Because in like Super Metroid, we saw her out of the suit and like properly colored and all that, but she didn't look like this at all. This was the design going forward, her being like blonde with blue eyes.
Yeah.
But it definitely was like rough image first draft version because it looked cursed nowadays. That's like a good wallpaper version of Ridley. Like I'm really good.
I like
for all
that
of
one.
them.
Got everything unlocked.
It's weird of like what things specifically I had to get the rest of the scans for too, because like half my music I didn't get, and now I have it. Yeah, you know, it looks a little bit better on this drawing than it does in the actual like ending.
Yeah.
If only they're gonna use this version. I know limitations back in the day for 3D modeling the character into the game engine, so I get it. It's
Yeah.
hard. Especially this era. Like, this is when 3D was still pretty new in the field. Like, it's been around for a few years, but technology was still advancing to actually do it.
Yeah.
Oh, look! Look! A map system that has icons in it when you collect items. Oh, man! Would it have been nice if the actual maps did that? Like, they did it in the concept art. They were
Someone's
this
salty.
close, and then they just yank the rug under your feet.
Someone's very
We don't
salty.
need that.
Like, you can barely read this, but you can tell. Actually, why am I zooming with that mode? Like, look, you can see. I mark things down. I tell you where the items are after you beat it. Yeah. No salt in the wound or anything on that one. You know why they did that? Guidebooks. That's why. That was made because of guidebooks. That's what the production map was used for after the game came out. It's just so stupid you seeing the guy, or not the production phase, they had a map system that actually showed things, but not in the retail product. What happened? Yeah, and these are the remastered concept art pages. This is probably what they were pitching at the time getting the project greenlit. And then obviously some of the rough drafts when they were making it. There's just a T-posing Samus. Why is there just a T-posing Samus in the drawing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The most goofy one. Yeah, it's like, ooh, that world looks nice. Oh, they're just standing there. Posing.
Menacingly.
Asserting her dominance, indeed. There it is again! That was even more random. Why? Was that just for scaling purposes? That's the only thing I can think of. Look, we don't have the model ready yet. Just T-pose in front of that wall. Now we'll know if it's big enough. Now, I want to go through more of these to see more T-posing. Like, look, that one. That has a render for actually standing. Dude, imagine if that was the art. That's like playing on a 4090 art. But then you realize
Oh my
it's the
gosh.
Nintendo Switch. We must downgrade heavily. Look, no T-pose on that one. But nope, hang on. Sorry. It's like finding where's
Find
Waldo. It's like, that one looks pretty normal. Please ignore the one on top of it. Again, that has to be for scale purposes, but every time it's a T-pose, it's just cursed. It has, yeah, that's why I keep on saying it. It has to be a scale thing because it's not textured, and also it's a random thing plastered in the middle of a scene. Half the time it doesn't even make sense. So you know it has to be just because of a scaling thing.
Yeah. Here's the credit, or here's the music.
Yeah, that was the stuff I was missing. That is, I think, from scans. You can only listen in that mode. You'll leave and it turns off like every other sound test. And then this is pretty much like the trophy mode.
Yeah.
You can tell because these are actual models loading in. That's why things are taking a second.
Injured space pirate compared to healthy space pirate.
Yeah. It's like, here's this and here's that. It's the same thing, except one's bleeding internally and externally.
This is fine.
I don't even think this is all the enemies. It's just like a selection. Because there's no way they can fit all enemies in this. It's 36. Yeah, that's what I thought. They combine them in trophies, because otherwise that would be like multiple entries later.
These are certain.
Did they not show the Phazon covered one? Yeah, they get Elite Pirate and Omega Pirate, but they forget the corrupted Phazon Pirate. Ignored like everyone else. Oh no, there it is, Phazon Elite. Or wait, no, that's the boss. Wait, what am I? Okay, it's just a different name, I guess, or I'm just confusing it. No, that's the one. Never mind. That is the one you fight for the artifact. I was gonna say.
Phazon Elite. Phazon Elite is
Look
the
me
right
out
one
there.
that you do.
What's with the yellow Metroid?
That's Fission Metroid.
That does not look right. Because they're supposed to be like white on the top, but I guess like they change color because of the separation. That's the like version of it separate. That's why.
Yeah,
so that's supposed to be the Power Beam one and the Wave Beam. I'm surprised they didn't just have a Fission Metroid in this though to distinguish. Like a proper one, not split in half. Maybe that's supposed to be that in the tank?
Maybe.
It took me a second to realize that was a piece of the Fission. You know, looking at this one, Prime, you didn't spread your legs so far. We could have gave you a smaller pedestal. Yeah, that's everything. I mainly did that so I can mark off the things that say new, because I don't want to see that. Now, when you beat the game, it does actually tell you, hey, you can save, and then you can essentially play your game again. And by doing this, that's why I'm going to my own file that I played this version on just to unlock hard. When you do this, it actually retains your scans, too. So if you missed a scan, you have to replay the whole game, mind you, but if you missed it, you can just start back up your file from fresh and then try again.
You don't have to go and catch everything, or
you don't have to scan the things you need. But I believe that's just scans, though. It does not do that for items. That would be busted. Imagine starting the game with everything. Like, all right, welcome to the first area. What do you mean you're gonna have Hyper Beam? Yeah, see, you're here like vanilla, so that's nothing different. But I can see my scan log is at 93%. You can tell when I missed a very specific scan. I just gave up because there's no point. There was really no point. I have to replay everything again to get the very specific part.
I don't blame you.
But it's funny, they keep the artifact scans, though, specifically, so now I can use this to tell me where they are. So I already have the hints just starting the game, which that's helpful, too. I opted not to save that hard mode playthrough one, because I have no reason to go back. That one's done. What's the purpose of replaying that one, unless I just want to 100% this game with all scans by not scanning? Can you 100% Metroid Prime Remastered without scanning a single enemy? Yes, it's called cheating.
Yeah. It's called building an action replay.
No, it's just called doing it once and then restarting the file, and don't tell your viewers. Look, see, I did it. I did it all on my own. What do you mean he just restarted his file? Man.
I'm watching you.
Yes. Uploading a banger YouTube video at the moment. No one will know.
No one will ever know.